Hi, welcome back to Kelly Martin Speaks. I'm joining you on a day of revelation and insight for myself. Okay, I left my job in September. It felt right. I felt like redundancy was coming anyway because it was overstaffed and I was getting a lot of information that it wasn't right for me. So I left. I left also feeling that the universe within me would know direction I would go in. And it's been about a year now, nearly, since I left, and I have spent a long time being on my own in solitude and questioning. I felt torn between three different belief systems: letting life unfold, almost sitting on your ass doing nothing, letting life unfold, to being present and letting life unfold, same thing. And then I had the other one, the Abraham Hicks system, which is still floating in the head. I'm wishing to let go of, but it's still there. It's obviously helping the questioning. The don't push against the river, don't go against the flow. And then I have the whole goal orientated way of living, setting goals, going on a path. And I realised this morning, after a real deep cry and talking it over with Michael, I'm in my moon time right now, menstrual cycle, which brings up lots of deeper questioning and insight. And I was wanting to write down three of my core fears, and I was trying to put them into words. What are my fears? And as I did that, I was questioning what am I afraid of? And the common ones I had coming up were that nothing ever changes for me, and the only way to get money is to work hard and hate your job. And then there was something hidden behind every one of them. It was just underneath, and I've been feeling much like a champagne bottle for a long time with a cork stuck in it, that I have an immense amount of creativity inside of me, creative expression through communication, through writing, through speaking, through now newly art, drawing, photography, and I have had that stopper in there, and I've been under this false belief. It's had its purpose because it's made me question this false belief that I just need to sit and be and allow and let life unfold and let the universe, which is in me, that I also felt was outside of me in an ego sense, would come and tell me, Kelly, this is a direction you've got to go in and do it now. Ha! 1 year later, in the same position, and I realised that the biggest fear I've had is this deepest fear of paddling my own canoe, directing my life. I have this Abraham Hicks thing telling me to go with the flow, not push against the flow. And in that, I've interpreted it mentally that if I were to make effort to take direction, to direct my life, that I would be pushing in an ego way against the flow. And the reason I've come to this conclusion in my head is because in the past I've had a lot of ideas, very creative. I loved a job where I was an editor of a newspaper. It was a community newspaper, but I loved it. I loved the creative aspect. That ended through bullying. I was a Reiki practitioner for a while. I loved it. That ended because it was part of the community project, and therefore it ended. I had my own website where I sold fairies and books called the Fairy Shop. That ended. I had another website called Tribal Awakenings where I was working with tribal beliefs and selling products to do with tribal musical instruments, and that didn't work. I thought about doing a magazine publishing a magazine, and I didn't think it through properly. That didn't work. I had a lot of passion back then, a lot of passion for what I wanted to do and what I really loved doing, and a real belief that it was going to work, but also a belief that it wasn't going to work. And because they didn't work because they were poorly thought out. I've had this belief that having passion for something is pointless. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like I've been holding my passion for my creativity, letting my creativity out, for a fear of it not working. I can't believe now, realising this morning, I've been scared of making mistakes, and as a result I've been staying stagnant, stuck, just in this state of non-movement, because I've been fearing directing my life, because a fear of it failing. But in a sense it's been failing because I ain't been doing anything or directing anything. I've been thinking that the universe and life will give me a hint on where to go. This great terror, this great fear that if I put myself out there fully, I'll be rejected. And not only that, the fear of putting myself out there has been blocking any creative inspiration in me and has stopped the passion. And this morning I realised with my blog it was starting to get popular, and what did I do? I stopped writing. My YouTube, I was really starting to get into it, and what did I do? I stopped YouTubing. I really was loving my art, and I stopped. And I was loving my photography, and I stopped. All self-sabotage, all procrastinating. I got the book on Procrastination 101. I'm frightened of selling myself. I feel like there's nothing to sell, and I'm absolutely terrified of really going fully into this direction. So I'm posting this video because I want your support, my support, and I'm going to start doing more videos, more writing, more art. It scares the shit out of me. I'm going to do it, and my mind's saying do it even if it's crap, but maybe it won't be crap. I feel like there's a book in me to write, and I've been putting that off as well, and I'm terrified. It's what's been stopping me. I've been watching people directing their lives, and they have this passion for living, this passion for what they want to do, creatively speaking, and they're selling it, and they're doing it, and they're marketing it, and it's wonderful, and I'm seeing them doing it, and I just had this thought, well, I've got nothing to give, nothing to share, it's pointless. All of it's pointless. And the other thought as well, I'm not being inspired. I was believing I'm not being inspired, so I'm just gonna stop all this crap, go get a job in retail, doing what I hate, and that's it, that's my life. I was starting to feel like that. I was starting to feel that's it. It's been a year now. Fuck it, may as well go back to that. What's the point? I've had that reoccurring thought for a long time now, and I'm going to direct my life now, and I'm shitting myself. I'm actually quite tearful about this. It scares me. I know it probably sounds stupid to a lot of really passionate and inspired people, but I'm scared of putting myself out there, because it's true that saying, you know, I'm scared of my light rather than my dark. I'm scared of shining rather than retreating, but right now I'm retreating and just hiding and not letting myself be seen. Fear of criticism, fear of it not working, fear of nothing working, just fear. I had a dream the other night, a couple of nights ago, I had a dream that Neil Donald Walsh came to me. Now, the Conversations with God books were the first books I read on my spiritual journey, and I really got a lot out of them. I'm not really so much into him now, his new stuff, but I guess he represented in my dream my intuition, and he came up to he told me that to put my fears on the collar of a really scruffy dog, and to take the leash off the dog and let the dog run wild into the woods. My thinking head in the dream actually said to Neil Donald Walsh, but I like dogs. I can't just leave the dog to fend on its own. And I didn't understand it at the time, but I think Neil was me and the dog was me. And basically, the fear was this fear that I realised this morning, this revelation of what my fear is, that mangy dog that I think I am, that scruffy nothing of a dog, can go off into the woods on its own and can rely on itself and can survive and can run wild with it. Maybe that's what the dream means. I'm not sure 100%. That now I need to get on my path and not say fuck it because I haven't got a paddle to cross the ocean, to say fuck it, I'm gonna make my own paddle and I'm go on my own steam. And I guess the fear is that I'm pushing against the river by doing so. It's almost like you're doomed if you are and you're doomed if you don't belief that I've had, and it's crazy now. I realise how crazy it is. That it's directing and guiding my life is not pushing against the river. I can still listen to my own inspiration, and that if I'm going towards something that doesn't feel right, then not to do it. But I've not been doing anything. I haven't even been risking regret or risking failure or risking mistakes. Most of all, I haven't been risking success or possibility. So that's where I'm gonna go now, and I'm really scared. So I'm gonna start writing, doing more YouTubes. On Monday, I'm going to. It's a new moon. I think it's a new moon. I'm going to make sure it's on a new moon because new moons always feel right for me. I'm going to share my photography site I've been building. It may not be complete. And I'm going to share my art blog that I've been putting stuff on. I've been hiding it. Kind of scared about that because I've had a lot of fear about that. And my video is going to end soon. I have to stop it because YouTube won't accept it past 15 minutes, and I might speak further after this. So thanks for listening and thanks for supporting me. Speak to you soon. Bye.